Hi, this is John from Chicago. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you the Kong ET100. I've had this quad now for over 2 months, and I've taken it out and flown it a lot, probably over 40 times. As you can see, I'm flying over the snow right now, and I'm just about to run short of battery, and it did a flip of death. So if your quad looks like this, maybe it's time that you consider flying indoors. The ET100 flies equally well outdoors as it does indoors, and that's great for the wintertime usage. That's forcing most of us in the northern hemisphere indoors. But right now I'm doing some line of sight flying around the house. As you can see, it flies really great. Makes a little bit of noise, but not too bad. It handles like a dream. Right now I'm flying in angle mode, but you can fly acro also. To fly both indoors and outdoor, great, be a good flyer for both. There's some compromises made on this quad. The compromises for outdoors is it's a little slower than other quads about this size, like the Leader 120. The Leader 120 will go 40 miles an hour around my test track, where this quad, the ET100, only goes about 20 miles an hour. The hoops also that protect it from hitting things affect the flight characteristics a little. So for acro, it does it, but it's not quite as good as what the other quads that are made for outdoor use are. So those are the compromises for outdoors. For indoors, it's a little on the heavy side. It weighs, dry weight is 74 pounds with a receiver, or 74 grams with a receiver. So it's like 4 times the weight of a tiny whoop. But yet, with a rubberized bottom on it and the hoops, it does fly around the house good. The only problems are if you have chandeliers hanging down or pictures on the wall, TV sets. If you hit them going fast, you can cause some damage. But for the most part, I've been pretty lucky and haven't broken anything in the house or on the quad, except for 2 propellers. I hit a wall fairly hard, and it did break propellers, and it did that twice so far. But overall, nothing else is broken on it with over 40 flights. If you're buying an ET100, you're not buying it to fly line of sight. You're buying it to fly FPV. The Kong ET100 excels at proximity FPV flying, both indoors and outdoors. To learn FPV flying, after you fly a few times, I recommend setting up some gates. I recommend starting with larger gates and reducing the size of the gates as your flying skills progress. For a 5-inch racing quad, they use a 5-foot by 5-foot gate. My 5-inch racing quads are 11 inches wide, so the gates have a clearance ratio of 5.5 to 1. My smaller gates here measure 13 inches wide, and my standard tiny whoop measures 3.25 inches wide, so the clearance ratio is 4 to 1. And the Kong ET100 measures 5.25 inches, so the clearance ratio is only 2.5 to 1. That's one of the reasons I'm having trouble. Plus, the hoops or ducts seem to stick to the foam going through. So I think if I had hard plastic, it would probably bounce and go right through a little easier. But anyways, it's fun. It gets you off the simulator, and it's fun flying indoors during the winter. So this is a great quad, and everybody is raving about it and giving it high ratings. As you have probably noticed, I'm doing this review a little different than I normally do. I'm not doing a bench review of it. I'm doing a talk over while it's flying to give you more flight footage for the same amount of time. I left a description where to buy this quad below. And just to give you a few pros and cons, the pros are it flies great indoors as well as outdoors. It's a good starter FPV quad for beginners as well as seasoned people, especially for indoors. It's real durable. It holds up to crashes. I call it a tank. The cons are minor. The camera is a Cmos and not a CCD, so it doesn't handle light as good. It also has a buzzer, but no OSD, and the canopy needs to be removed to connect the USB port. I will take the flight footage outside and go over the specs while that's going on. And I will also do a punch test at the end. The Kong LDARC comes in three different sizes. It comes in the 100 millimeter size, the 115 millimeter size, and the 125. The 100 is best for indoors since it's the lightest. It has a dry weight of around 72 grams versus 90 grams for the 115 and 93 grams for the larger one. The other difference on that is the motor size. The ET100 comes with 1103 by 7800 kV motors, while the other two comes with 1104 and 7500 kV motors. The 115-inch size has a 2.3-inch propeller, and the 125 comes in at a 2.8-inch propeller, and the ET100 has a 1.9-inch propeller. They all run on 2S batteries. The battery they give you is a great GNB 80C battery, 450 milliamp hour. The flight control board is a Pico Black, and it comes with a switchable 25 or 100 milliwatt VTX with 16 channels. The ESCs are 4-in-1 and they're 10 amp BL-HELI-S. These models list for $150, and I paid $111 from Banggood for mine. And GearBest now has them on sale for $120. I've left the links below. The ET100 is a great product, and I highly recommend buying one if you could get it on a flash sale. Here's the punch test. A little bit to be desired, but still not bad. I lost it in the wind.